This is OwlUp, where learning happens in minutes, not hours. For a deeper journey, explore all our courses at owlup.co. Now, let's dive in. Welcome back to Chapter 3 of our series, Retire Comfortably, Planning at Any Age. In today's episode, titled Account Types, 401k, IRA, Roth, and When to Use Each, we'll break down the differences between these essential retirement accounts and help you figure out which ones are right for your financial journey. So, let's dive in. Most people pick a 401k or IRA the way they pick a coffee order, by habit, not strategy. But here's the twist. Choosing when you pay taxes on your retirement money can matter more than how much you save. Today we'll walk through 3 futures where that choice plays out. About 92% of large U.S. employers now offer a Roth 401k, yet most workers either ignore it or stumble into a choice without a plan. That's like having 2 different weather forecasts for your retirement and never checking which season you're actually packing for. Up to now, we focused on what the main account types are. Next, we're going to get more practical and talk about when each one tends to shine: higher versus lower income years, career breaks, late career catch-up phases, and even those in-between years after you stop working, but before Social Security or RMDs kick in. We'll also pull in some real numbers, like average 401k balances and recent Roth conversion trends, to show how people are actually using these tools, not just how they work in theory. The missing piece now is sequence. Which account you fund first, second, and third as your situation changes. Think of it less as picking a favorite account and more as arranging layers in a recipe so the flavors work together over decades. Early on, you might prioritize flexibility, places you can tap for a first home or a sudden job loss. In peak earning years, the focus might shift to maximum tax deferral. Later, it becomes about smoothing future tax brackets and taming required distributions so they don't spike your Medicare premiums or tax more of your Social Security. Here's the practical sequence most people never get taught, and how to bend it to your life instead of the average worker. Start with the free money. If your employer matches 4% when you put in 4%, that slice of your paycheck has an instant 100% return before the market ever touches it. That's why the first layer is nearly always contribute just enough to get the full match, regardless of whether you choose traditional or Roth inside the plan. Once that's locked in, the next lever is control. Workplace plans can be clunky, limited fund menus, higher fees, slow payroll changes. IRAs usually offer broader investment choices, often at lower cost, plus easier rebalancing when your strategy shifts. So after capturing the match, many people step outside the workplace plan and use an IRA as their precision tool, picking better funds, tilting more or less towards stocks, or building a specific mix for a spouse. Here's where tax planning starts to diverge. In a year with big bonuses, stock vesting, or side hustle income, adding more pre-tax contributions, 401k or traditional IRA if deductible, can push you back out of a higher bracket or keep certain credits and deductions alive. In a leaner year, sabbatical, partial year of work, or early retirement before Social Security, tilting toward Roth contributions or even small Roth conversions can deliberately fill up a low tax bracket with income you'll never pay tax on again. RMD rules shifting out to 73 and beyond create a new planning window, those quiet years between stopping work and being forced to withdraw. People increasingly use this gap for structured Roth conversions, moving slices of pre-tax money over while their tax rate is temporarily muted. It's a way to shrink future RMDs and reduce the odds of Medicare surcharges or more of your Social Security being taxed. The last layer is overflow. If you're already maxing 401k and IRA space, look at options like after-tax contributions in a 401k, if your plan allows mega backdoor Roth moves, and then a plain taxable brokerage account. Tax-managed funds, ETFs, and long-term holding periods can make that taxable layer surprisingly efficient, while still letting you withdraw whenever life throws a curveball. Think of your accounts as different tools you rotate in and out as life changes. In a tight year, say you're paying for childcare and grad school at the same time, you might deliberately scale back extra 401k contributions and direct a bit more to a Roth IRA, valuing future flexibility over maximum current tax relief. Later, when your kids are out of daycare and your salary jumps, you could reverse that. Crank up pre-tax saving to keep your tax bill from ballooning and worry less about accessibility. Concrete example. A couple in their 30s, both working, might split strategies. One uses the employer plan heavily, the other focuses on an IRA with very low-cost index funds to fine-tune their mix. If one spouse steps away from work, the household can temporarily lean on the remaining 401k plus spousal IRA contributions to stay on track. Over decades, small shifts like this, timing which account you emphasize and when, often matter more than hunting for the perfect fund or guessing the market's next move. Rising auto portability could quietly change the game. Instead of cashing out tiny old plans, they may follow you like a forwarding address, compounding in the background. State Roth programs for gig workers are another layer, turning side income into steady retirement fuel. As Secure 2.0 adds student loan matches and Roth employer money, the where you save may matter as much as how much, nudging you to weave workplace, state, and personal accounts into one coordinated map. Your future mix might include old plan rollovers, HSAs, even a small taxable account that doubles as a flex fund. Treat each as a different burner on a stove. Sometimes you'll simmer one, sometimes you'll turn another to high. The key is staying curious. Revisit choices as laws shift, income changes, and your picture of enough gets clearer. Here's your challenge this week. Log into your 401k and IRA, or open one if you don't have it yet, and change your contributions so that you're at least on track to hit your employer match in the 401k first, then set up an automatic monthly contribution to a Roth IRA if you're eligible of at least $50. Within the same session, switch your contributions to target date or broad index funds like an S&P 500 or total market fund instead of sitting in default cash or money market options. Finally, take a screenshot of your updated contribution percentages and investment choices so you have a clear before and after of your new account strategy. This was OwlUp, your daily step forward. This series continues with more chapters on OwlUp.co. Visit OwlUp.co to access the complete course and continue your learning journey. See you there!